kid did. Man, DMACC is a fucking killer.
Get me Egan's every move.
I've done everything you asked.
Not everything. Tell me what you got out of Stacy Mars.
I'm getting back on my bad bitch shit. I want a regime change.
I'm gonna handle Bashan. I'm gonna make you king.
Tommy's a fucking psychopath. I have one more part to play.
What's going on, everybody? Look who I found. I found my little brother, B. Avery. He's in the building, ready to talk this Power Book 4 Force, episode 4. B. Avery, how you doing?
Fantastic, sir. How are you?
I can't complain, man. Ready to dive on in this thing. We're not going to pull no punches. I'm going to tell everybody, please subscribe to both of our channels. Link is in the description. Link is also in our headlines, and follow us on TikTok. B. Avery, this thing started us out where we knew it was going to start out. Tommy saw that DMACC thought he was getting back in CBI. He wasn't having none of it. How did you like the way they played out him shutting down the DMACC situation from the beginning?
Yeah, man, they handled it quite well. Diamond was able to wiggle his way out of this like a snake on his belly, barely. And I liked that. He had to think fast. He had to think tough. He couldn't be like, hey, we set DMACC up to get killed, but it ended up working out. You can't go that way. But he was like, hey, man, we're trying to buy some time for King Kilo. And I like the acting, too, because, he was confident in what he was saying, but, he wasn't the Diamond that we know, that's just 10 toes down. He was a bit skeptical, just like, okay, is Tommy buying this? Am I making sense? Or are there any holes in my logic? But he was able to get it out, man. And I'm impressed by that. And so I thought that this was going to blow up in their face and it was possibly going to be the fallout. But no, he was able to, do what he needed to do in that situation right at the last moment.
No argument from me, audience. I felt like they handled it very well. I felt like if Jannard would have stayed in the room, Junkie Jannard, that might would have created a problem. But because Tommy got him up out of there, Tommy and his brother were able to come to a consensus, even though Tommy doesn't know he's being played. They came to a business consensus. And at the end of the day, I think that Big Brother Baldhead is starting to get soft and sweet with Tommy, more so than he's letting his brother know. And we will find out later on in the season. Tommy gave his boo thing a gun. She was acting like she's never touched a piece of steel unless it came from between a man's pants. And when he gave her this gun, B. Avery, what were your initial thoughts about what is going to happen with this gun and how it's going to be used?
Well, I didn't think much of it, but is that what happened in this past episode or the episode before?
It was the episode before, and
Okay.
I'm asking, did you think something from the episode before was going to be used in this episode in terms of her with the weapon?
I didn't. At the time, he did give her the weapon. It did seem weird because it's just a weapon. They be dropping bodies left and right in this show like it's nothing. We'll talk about what happened in this episode. But for them to focus on him giving her a weapon and just them, concentrating on that for so long, it was quite weird, like they were trying to foreshadow something. But I wasn't able to put it together at the time.
Well, Tommy's freaked out. Everybody's gunning for him. He's got crew after crew, and he's worried about Maria. Tommy seems like he's really in love with this woman.
Yeah.
And what I want to know, audience, y'all can help me out. Is this going to be the woman that ends Tommy? Is Tommy going to die this season? Post your comments. I got a feeling about this. I got a real feeling. How did you like this, B. Avery? Your boy Bobby came back. Not only did Bobby come back, he came and gave his boo thing some information that can help them, let them know that carfentanil is killing everybody. And, you got old snake in the grass sitting there, old Asian snake, listening to everything. And Bobby came through to help her. Do you see love bells getting back together, or was this strictly transaction to help Stacy and him wanting to save him being a real man of the people?
I think it's transactional. I'm not saying that they won't get back together, rekindle the fire, the romance. But I wasn't able to tell with this encounter right here. And this is the Bobby I like. You know, I didn't like him dropping the divorce on her like that, all random in front of everybody. Anyway, that was just stupid. And I mean, even if you wanted to get a divorce, I mean, that just wasn't the best way to handle it, in my opinion. But you know, he came in saving the day right here, so that's cool. You know, he winning some points here. You know, still kind of annoyed with him overall, but at least this was a positive.
I think they gave us this section audience because Asian Snake is going to get his head chopped off.
Mm.
Bobby came in there and gave pertinent information about the people that's dying, about the core fentanyl that these college kids is getting. And we know where all this stuff is coming from. Claudia got the little deal going on in her clubs with her friend and Tommy. And Stacey Marks could have a career budding as a mayor, but on the back end, she's fraternizing with criminals. She's got a hard on so bad for Tommy that she can't leave well enough alone. She's got the Ortega crew right there in her grasp, but instead, she wants to have it all, and she's going for Tommy. And Bobby just gave her kind of a seal of approval to help her go do that a little more. B. Avery, I got this one for you. I know you and pretty much everybody except for me hates this character, Shanti the showstopper. Well, Shanti's telling Jannard she wants a regime change. She wants to be at the top. She's tired of Tommy. She's tired of her brother. She's tired of all these cards. She wants to be at the top. She's trying to make new deals, and she's not real that thrilled with him no more. B. Avery, tell me, what was you thinking when you saw her having this conversation?
Well. It's funny you say that, Shanti the showstopper, and I've always said that I did not like her character. I don't like her character. But this episode right here, in particular, I did like her. You know, she came through across the board, you know, on screen and off screen with the acting. I just had a lot of respect for her character and the code that she had, even though I don't like the way she moved before. Just thinking that she's, you know, cocky and arrogant and just doing too much. I still feel like that now, but you know, overall, you know, she came through not really being happy with her name being thrown in the mud and affiliated with people that do nefarious things. So this conversation right here initially, you know, I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. But I actually ended up liking her character. And I just had to say that because you said that everybody hates her except for you. But she came through this time.
I agree with B. Avery on this. She's starting to make smarter moves. She's starting to realize that she can't believe in the power of the penis when it comes to Jannard because his reputation. She's kind of got her eyes open to if he's still doing that stuff. And she doesn't feel like her organization is moving where it needs to go dealing with him. And so I was anxious to see where they was going to take this throughout this episode. And we'll get to kind of where they went with it. And I still don't think it's enough. But you got to think, B. Avery, you got a woman in a situation where is love stronger than blood because she wants him to take out his brother. Is panty draws stronger than blood? There's a situation where it is, and there's situations where it ain't. And if you ask me with these two brothers, I'm going to say it ain't. It's
Correct.
not.
I forgot all about that. I don't like her as much anymore. So I forgot she's trying to get her Jannard to kill Diamond. That's just foul. So yeah.
And Jannard need to be thinking to himself, if this B want me to kill my brother, who's to say she won't wake up one day, which is what she's doing in this episode, and be against me?
Right.
Think about it.
Right.
All right. Now we got Stacey Marks. She got this new information from Bobby, and she's in here talking to Claudia. And she's basically saying, Claudia, I need more from you. Claudia wants to get out of jail, B. Avery, and she's not having it. So she plans a plot that's going to get Tommy on tape talking about he's selling drugs as well as he killing somebody. What was going through your mind when you saw this right here, B. Avery?
Stacey is funny to me because she's always putting up a front like she knows what's going on and she has full control of the situation when she's in with these suspects, you know, in these rooms. Like, yeah, well, I'll tell you this. You give me this on tape and this and him, or, you know, get Ortega doing this. And then we'll talk about releasing you from jail, you know, but when she's outside or in the office, oh my God, how did you let this happen? And what are we going to do? We're screwed, and you didn't dot the I, and you didn't cross the T, and then I'm not going to be the governor, and I'm not going to be mayor, and I'm getting a divorce. So I'm laughing right now when she's talking to Claudia, with this little smirk on her face. It's just like, woman, you don't have control. Just, I mean, I want you to, but just stop it. We can see right through you. So, I'm laughing over here when I see stuff like this. To be honest with you, that's the feelings I have.
I'm laughing too because Stacey has no control, none. She doesn't realize she's getting played by Tommy because he's going to make a huge donation to her campaign, and he's going to control her because it's going to be linked to a drug dealer. There's nothing she can do about it. And she thinks that she can actually control Claudia. Nah. And then be Avery. Soon as this little interesting plot was supposed to go down, where Claudia wanted her friend Elise to tape Tommy, be Avery, explain to me how did that go down? What happened when this friend was supposed to get Tommy on tape? What exactly happened?
It was a failure. It was a textbook example of what not to do and how not to be super duper obvious in you trying to get a recording. Because as soon as she started talking, I don't know if you noticed, Tommy had a look on his face like this bitch right here, trying to get me on the recording. It was just so obvious, and it was funny. I like the line of dialogue here too. I'm too busy to kill you now, but I got you. He just really instilling that fear in her. Like, if you ever cross me again, not only will I kill you, I'll bring you back to life after I do and talk shit, torture you, and then do it all over again. And then bring you back and make you watch me harm your family. Just horrible things. But I like the way he played it right here. He really did scare the bejesus out of her.
Damn, be Avery, is Tommy new nickname gonna be Tommy Wise? Like he Pennywise? He got them kind of powers? He gonna kill you, bring you back to life, and then kill you again, then torture you, then make you look at your family?
Yeah, all of the above.
By the way, if you guys are fans of the It series that's on HBO, as I just mentioned, Pennywise, me and B. Avery are reviewing that. Our reviews will be up. His will be up tonight, I think. Mine will be out tomorrow. Please go watch it because that is one of the best series on TV right now.
Correct.
Speaking of what's going on right now, let me get back to the Asian Force, B. Avery. This brother right here, he really thinks he's sitting on top of the world because he's fraternizing with criminals. He's working for the police and he's getting all this detailed information that he thinks is going to help take him. Not only do he think he can become mayor, this guy's talking like he can go higher than that. And he's got his little queen sitting there with him. So all I want to know from you, B. Avery, is who's going to take this dude out? Because there's no question he's going to die. Who's going to take him out?
He's going to get his balls served to him with some chopsticks. Like, seriously. Exactly. Like, I mean, why? Listen to your woman. She said herself, like, you're not going to get away with holding this information from the cartel. He's like, they're not going to find out. Yes, they are, man. They are 3 moves ahead, especially with him, how nervous he was moving in the office. Like, we have a problem. Claudia is cooperating with the police. I know that was after this scene, but they did a great job of showing how much resolve he has, which isn't that much. I don't know who's going to kill him. Maybe the other Asian guy I think his name is Hong, or I can't remember. But
one working for Ortega.
Yeah. He's most likely going to kill him. I don't think it's going to be Tommy Egan. It may be her. I don't know. I'm reaching, but yeah, you're right though. He's definitely going to die, but I don't know who's going to kill him though. Maybe he'll kill himself because he's scared and knew he effed up.
Ladies and gentlemen, post your comment. Y'all know he fish food. You know it. Who's going to take him out? That's all we want to know. He is not, all his aspirations of getting Stacey Mark's seat, forget it. Who is going to take him out? Y'all let us know in the comments below. Now we got a Manny Fresh situation behaving. Let's go through this real quick. So, as we spoke about Shanti, the showstopper, she wants to step her game up, basically be one of the top dogs in Chicago. So she's trying to do a side deal with Manny Fresh until Manny Fresh realizes that she's messing with Jannard. She don't want no parts of this. And as a matter of fact, B. Avery, Did you see the way Manny Fresh was undressing Shanti the showstopper with her eyes? Yes, she
did.
was. Yeah. And so she says no. Shanti the showstopper tells Jannard she really ain't effing with him like that. He's mad. He gave her money. That didn't work for her because she wants to make her own money. So what does Junkie Jannard go and do, B. Avery? This hurt my feeling. His buddy that he rocks with. You know, when you have a buddy, folks, that you do indiscriminate things with, whether it's y'all had a menage a trois with somebody, y'all eat chocolate in each other's bed, whatever it is y'all do together, it is dirty for you to go back and kill this guy. So he killed his boy, took the chain, then he went and gave it to Manny and gave Manny some money and told Manny to work with my girl. B. Avery, what was your thoughts on this whole sequence with these characters?
This sucks. Because I like that Jannard, you know, he made a mistake, as you used to call him. He was Junkie Jannard. You can't be going around stealing people chains and things of that nature. So he tried to make it right.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to fib a little bit with Shanti. She wasn't buying it. He was like, all right, I'll go fix with Manny. Tried to go buy the chain back. Now, only part I'm gonna push back on you, I don't think he intentionally tried to kill Joey. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, I think it was an accident. I don't think he said, okay, if all else fails, let me just poison him, overdose, and then I can, you know, take the chain. You know, he probably just wanted to get him high and just like, okay, don't, you know, I've never done that before, but you know, don't inject the whole syringe into your body. But I think he should have tried a little bit harder as far as trying to buy the chain back. You know, if he didn't want 1, 2, or 3 snacks, give him 5 or 10. You know, and if you just don't, I know you may not want to give him that much off of something that you're trying to buy back anyway, but it's better than killing him. Now, I still think he should have tried to drive him to the hospital. You know, just pull up in the emergency lane and just leave him there. That's what some people do. You know, that's better than just leaving him there. I'm pretty sure he's dead. It's not 100%. I hope he's not dead. But he most likely is, with the foam and the drool coming out of his mouth. But as far as him going to approach Manny, I mean, that's cool. That's commendable. He still had a little too much pride for me. Just like, hey, what you want me to say? I'm sorry. But yes, apologize. Okay. You robbed me at gunpoint. You know, that's the least.
Daddy's chain. That was the daddy's chain at that.
Sentimental value, my chain and money. But yeah, man, throw your pride in the trash. You know, I would wanted an apology, but it sucks that Joey had to die. You know, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. And for you, B. Avery, and audience, when I say that Junkie Jannard killed him, I'm not saying that the stuff he gave him was intentionally laced to kill him. I'm saying Junkie Jannard could have done what B. Avery said. You know, drive him to the ER, park the car, call EMS. He could have done anything like that to his friend. He didn't. So in essence, he killed him. Yeah. When you saw that stuff was too strong and your friend passed out like B. Hopefully he's not dead like B said. I think he's dead. Yeah. Because of the way Jannard checked his pulse. You could have called EMS to come there and do something, but you didn't. And I think the power dynamic here is shifting because now Jannard is doing more of the shot calling when it comes to him, and Shanti, more so than she is, it's just that she's trying to expand her business. And I see these two are going to bump heads real bad coming up, BA. It's not going to end well for them two. And I think that Jannard is going to, when it comes push to shove, he's choosing his brother. I don't think that there's any way that it's not going to happen. I got this one for you, B. Avery. Chay has a meeting with Tommy, and Chay was up here torturing somebody. He threw him over the water. They was fish food. Miguel's in the background. They're speaking Spanish, talking all kinds of stuff about Tommy. But Chay is a businessman. He wants that money. Tommy assured him that there's not going to be any quibbles, any squabbles with any of these other cartels, and that he can push all of Chay's product. Because remember, Tommy is linking up with the SODs, and we'll get to that in a minute. And Chay said, if something happened with my product, you are going to be like the guy I threw over to be eaten by the sharks. B. Avery, did this put any fear in your heart, this meeting between Tommy and Chay?
Yes and no. I like Chay. I like Miguel. We know that they are not effing around, and they will kill you and they will torture you. Me, I personally just don't like when villains, antagonists, bad guys, or whoever, torture somebody and they're going to kill them anyway. Now, if he was trying to get some information out of them, that makes sense. Or if he was trying to torture him and kill him in front of other people, like, hey, if you double cross me, this is what will happen to you. And then you send them the other people back on their way, whatever. Those two scenarios make sense. But if you're just going to be torturing somebody, and then just kill them anyway, that's pointless to me. But I do feel that, I mean, we all know Miguel is about that life and Miguel is answering to Shay. Shay's about that life too. I really do feel that way, that if Tommy doesn't deliver, that he said he will feed him to his dogs. I forgot the exact name, alive. And I'm just like, damn, he will do that. And I feel like he has the muscle to get it accomplished. So to answer your question, yes, he did instill a little bit of fear in me during this conversation.
Sadly, B. Avery, the way they've written this series, I didn't have no fear for Tommy.
Oh, no.
None.
Okay.
None.
Okay.
Zero. Like, to me, you might as well say Tommy is a cartel boss himself stepping to Chay. I didn't feel none of the angst that they tried to make us feel with Chay torturing the guy. And to B. Avery's point, oftentimes they have bad guys torturing people because they want to show the psychosis in their mind. They want to show that these guys, they're functioning 3-4 sandwiches short of a damn picnic. Okay, this ain't the Wizard of Oz. You click your heels together, you in Kansas. You click your heels together with these guys, you in hell, suffering. And I didn't feel none of that for Tommy. So I just don't see, if anybody's going to take out Tommy, it's not going to be anybody in this picture, Miguel or Chay. B. Avery, what was the point in this scene? What did you get from this? Other than we saw Tommy's brother, he's put on a little weight. His voice still is deeper than tone low. What was the point of him seeing his son, saying he can help his son?
You know what? That was funny you said that, because that's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this scene. Like, damn, I forgot his voice is deep as hell. Like, Louise. I didn't get anything from it, to be honest. No shade. It's just not that memorable to me. I'm glad that he came back, because we haven't seen him all season. And it's cool that, he's trying to have a relationship with his son. I mean, that's always commendable, and he was trying to be there for him last time. He was like, I don't want none of that stuff. I'm a gangster. I kill niggas, or whatever he said. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, so that's cool. It wasn't a bad scene, but it just wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is cinema,
Yeah. Didn't do nothing for me, but just say they sunsetting DMACC's dad. That's all. Basically, instead of seeing DMACC's dad being the role of dad, it's going to be more Tommy trying to teach him the game. As Tariq told Ghost, teach me the game. This is the last we're going to see a dad, I think, unless there's a situation where Tommy's back is up against the wall and there's nobody else to help him. That's when we might see the brother pop up. But other than that, I think they sunsetting the character. That's what I got from it.
Right on.
Now, what did you get from this, B. Avery? I know what we got from this. Now, in this scene, Maria was looking a little weird, the way her pants and stuff was fitting, but we'll rock with it. Miguel is pretending like he wants to make amends with Tommy. He wants to go to dinner. Now, is Maria either airheaded or stupid or playing along to actually believe that just like that, he clicks his heels together and he wants to go wind up at Red Lobster with her and Tommy? Please break this down for me, B. Avery.
It was weird on both sides, coming from both of them. I think she's just playing along. I don't think that she believes him. I think she wants to believe him, but I think she's like, okay, he's up to something. I need to, keep my dukes up, stay on guard. Yeah, she knows something's going on. Miguel is just a little too obvious, just a little too nice. Like, yes, I want to have dinner and here's some flowers. And everything is going to be special, and we're going to live happily ever after. Come on. You couldn't pay Miguel to be like that for real. So he trying a little bit too hard to me.
Yeah, man. Miguel was too thirsty in this scene right here, y'all. He was way too thirsty. And I hope Maria picked up on it. I hope she's playing the game. We'll see. But we understood what the mission was, because in the next scene, he's calling Garcia. Yeah. And he sent Garcia some fun. He got a little wet going on down there, ladies and gentlemen. Get a little head wet. and he told Garcia to keep that phone on because when he called, he's going to have Tommy in a spot where his men can get him. B. Avery, how big of a disaster is this Red Lobster date going to be?
I don't know, man. But I'm thinking, I'm sitting here thinking about this head. Like, geez, he got it like that. You can get it in, you know. Like, I don't know if he's in solitary anymore, but I'm just kind of thinking, like, what was the guard thinking that brought her in, and what was she thinking? Like, okay, I need you to go in here and suck this man off. So
That's a cop.
Money coming in.
I think that's one of the guards, one of the wardens working there. That was a officer in there doing that. So somebody that worked there.
Oh, I thought it was I thought Miguel got a woman up in there, like some type of prostitute whore, harlot or something. That's a guard.
No, it's Miguel. Miguel got connections, man. It's one of the security officers in there. Yeah.
That's even crazier right there. Wow. Hope she's not married. I don't know what to think, you know, but they got a lot of power. Hence the name of the show. Ha ha ha.
Lots of power. We'll see how that Red Lobster date goes. We know it's not going to go. It's not going to go right. It's going left. And I wonder how will Ortega feel after this, because Ortega's not out the woods yet, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll slide on over here to this. B. Avery. They crowned a new guy for the SODs. They took out this dude who in the beginning of the show was talking cash money junk to Tommy. He didn't want to team up with him. Somebody in the crew wanted to team up with Tommy. They left him a note. They done put the crown on somebody else, and they're going to blame this guy as being the person that took out King Kilo's man. How did you like the way this plan unveiled?
Before I answer that question, let me ask you this. Take the picture down. I want to see your face if you don't mind. Explain the note to me at the beginning that was on the blue sticky note. Explain that to me before I give my answer, if you don't mind.
It was if I'm not mistaken, it was just basically a phone number and a name, just basically telling Tommy, you know, I want to be king. I'm dissenting against the king, something to that effect.
Gotcha. You can pull the picture back up. I didn't like this. This whole thing made me very uncomfortable. The fact that you want to cut the dude's tongue out of his mouth was crazy to me. Just because he don't want to team up with you. And also just because the dude up under him, number 2, want to be number 1. I understand you trying to find a body to make King Kilo happy, but this man didn't do nothing to you. He in the game just like you are, trying to, you know, get his piece of the pie. And you're going to cut his tongue out and then drop an engine on his chest. And like, fuck. That was crazy. I mean, when they do stuff like this, I don't like. When they randomly had Diamond kill that correctional officer at the end of the season, I'm a gangster, murder. Just like I don't like that stuff. You know, like I understand killing somebody out of necessity, but when you just doing cold-blooded stuff like this, it makes me not want to watch the show no more. I mean, this is the end of the season, but these are supposed to be the protagonists. You know what I'm saying? People we root for. I don't want them doing just vile stuff, you know, just to make $1. You know, I don't like it, and I don't like this.
I was okay with it because I understood what it meant for Tommy and what it meant for Diamond. And they've got all this stuff they got to move and all this product for Chay that they got to move. And they have lost so many organizations. And so they need new crew. They need the SODs. And since the king of the SODs said no, and you got the number 2 in command ready to step up, I get why they crowned him, because they need this product move or Chay is going to kill Tommy. So I get that. And I do understand that they was able to birth 2 birds with 1 egg. You've got the new crew. You got a leader who's happy and is going to support you guys now. And you've also got a body that you can pretend killed King Kilo's buddy, and it's not DMACC. So I get it. And the torture, Tommy cutting his tongue out, that was just put in there, man, because Tommy ain't like the way the guy disrespected him with his tongue. But I'm like you. Did you have to cut his tongue out if you was going to drop the engine on top of him? You know, you could have just dropped, you could have scared him with the engine. You could have strapped him down to the floor, lowered that engine a little bit, scare him like that. Boom. Case solved. But we want to hear from you guys. Let us know what you think.
Yeah,
Diamond made It was too much. Yeah, I can see that. I can see. And then did y'all see the graphic way they showed how the tongue got cut out? Man,
Crazy.
Ladies, do y'all want that kind of tongue? I doubt it.
My goodness.
Jannard was tasked with going to prove to Kilo that the guy that they got is the real guy, not DMACC. Did you buy this behavior? Because I don't think King Kilo bought it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. He was like, I'm gonna need some confirmation that those guys were robbed in the first place. And so I don't know. I don't think he bought it either.
Yeah, he didn't buy it, audience. He didn't buy it. And once he gets out, you see DMACC skipping along, he's going to want some vengeance and he's going to want a little more. I didn't buy it. But through all this Avery, Jannard feels like he's done enough work to come to these meetings with Chay. And you know this is about him and Shanti showstopper. Is Diamond going to ever let him come to one of these meetings?
I think eventually, yeah. I think so.
Oh.
Reluctantly.
Okay.
Jannard may have to do something else to prove himself, but I think by the end of the season, he will meet Chay. I don't think it's gonna go well, but I think they're gonna link up.
Well, then you got a problem, Avery. Tommy ain't gonna want his ass to come to the meeting with Chay. What's gonna happen when Diamond say, I want my brother to come, and Tommy says no? What's gonna happen then?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Audience, let us know. And folks, we're almost on the off ramp today. We just been blazing through this thing today, getting our little jokes in, getting a little hype in there. Behavior, I'm gonna give you a sequence of things that tie together, a sequence, and you can answer them however you want to. The domino started to fall right here. Claudia is talking to Stacey Marks, who is just stacing her way out of this game. And she's to the point now where since Tommy didn't bite the first bug, Stacey has the sharp idea she's going to let Claudia out if she testifies against Ortega. Well, Stacey goes and tells her brother. Her brother's like, fuck no. What are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. Stacey runs him out of the office because now she wants to have control. Then she tells this guy, who we already know is kind of working side piece with the Ortega family, Avery, tell me about this whole sequence and what were your thoughts?
Shane is going to end up dead.
Mm.
Even he's going to deliver the goods and may try to backstab Stacey, but he's going to end up getting stabbed.
Wow.
Claudia is going to die. I don't know how. I'm really interested in seeing what Tommy is going to be doing in this hoodie. I like how desperate Claudia was when she grabbed Stacey's arm, but the guard was finna come through. It's going to be a mess. And this whole 2 people are going to die. Out of Stacey, Claudia, Shane, Tommy, and Vic. At least 2 of them are going to die. Just don't know who.
Well, we know the Asian snake is dead. He's dead. And like, folks, I'd be willing to bet retirement. He's going to die. This guy right here, cancel Christmas. He's not going to see Christmas this year. He's as good as gone. And it then comes down to which one of these 2 Flynn children is not going to make it out of this season. Post your comments, let us know. And as Avery said, Claudia is released. And I actually like the way she was chilling in this scene right here. Hair blowing, nice Louis Vuitton jacket, the glasses, looking good. Until we spot Tommy getting this ghost on, stalking her, knowing that she's out. No doubt Vic said something. Avery, what is Tommy going to do about Claudia?
You're going to try to kill her. I don't think he's going to be successful the first attempt here, next episode. But he's going to try. He's going to slip away in the sewers like it.
He's going to get her somehow, some way. He's going to get her because remember, Claudia's the one that took out his partner last season. That was a fan favorite. And no way they're not going to let Tommy get revenge for Liliana. No way. There's no way that's not going to happen. So he's going to get her. It's just a matter of how he goes about doing it, how he's going to use Stacey now that she's got that whole big investment that needs to lead to a drug dealer, and who's going to take out the Asian snake. Folks, that's going to do it for us. And before we go, let me read my super chatter who came in today. Thank you so much. If you don't know, these super chats help a lot of us YouTubers get by because the algorithm is changing so much on us, especially content creators of color, folks, that it gets hard sometimes to keep up. So we really appreciate these super chats. At DanceC2572, peace, Brandon. They still haven't explained where all the money Tommy earned with Ghost went. Where do you think that money went, B. Avery?
I have no idea. I have no clue. Thank you, Dane. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think some of that money went to Kay Egan. I think another piece of it went to Tariq. And I think Tommy's sitting on a little bit. He just ain't disclosed it just yet. So you guys let us know what you think. Again, me and B. Avery are reviewing it. Welcome to Dairy. We'll have episode 6 coming up within the next 7 to 8 hours. Please come follow us. Be sure to subscribe to both of our channels. If you find me on B. Avery channel, come over. If you find us on my channel, go to B. Avery's channel and our new TikTok. Movie and TV breakdowns is where you can find us there. And until that next Sexy as Hell video, we out.
Peace.